Judge, my client requests a child custody evaluation be ordered by the court. Considering that Mom continues to be difficult, withholds the child from Dad's visitation, and needlessly brings the police to exchanges, we feel that the current custodial arrangement needs to be evaluated. Counselor for the plaintiff, Mrs. Edwards, what is your position on this matter? Your Honor, my client agrees to the evaluation as long as the defendant fronts the cost. Counselor? Judge, we will agree to those terms. Who would you like to appoint to conduct the evaluation? Let the record show that a custody evaluation is hereby ordered. The defendant, Mr. Edwards, will pay for the evaluation up front, subject to reapportionment based on the outcome. Dr. Leonard Kite, a doctor of psychology and experienced evaluator, is hereby appointed. Psst! Hey, Roy! I'm not paying for this. I don't care. He can do it. It's fine. Ned has to pay for it, not me.
Hey, Leechie, didn't you just hear the judge? That's exactly what he ordered.
Looks like we have some plotting to do. Honey, I'm a little worried about this evaluation. Do you think we have everything in order for the home visit? Of course, honey. There's nothing to worry about. Our home is clean and neat, and the girls all have plenty of room. For goodness sakes, each of them even has their own bathroom.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kite's assistant. I'm here to evaluate your home. May I come in?
Why, yes, of course.
Well, Mrs. Edwards, you have a beautiful home. The girls certainly have lovely accommodations. I really don't have any issues with how you keep your home. The other party said that you two were heavy drinkers and used drugs, and I don't see any evidence of that.
Yes, we know. Ned's ex-wife tends to live in a world of make-believe.
Oh my. I guess we'll have to see when I review her place.
Dave, what am I going to do? This place is a disaster, and the evaluator is coming over today.
I wouldn't worry about it, Leechie. They're going to look for things like how safe your home is, I'm sure. They're probably going to be trying to see if you're a drinker, like you always say Ned is. And I really don't think they're going to mind that you haven't vacuumed the place in a few weeks either.
That Ned, he's a liar. If there's anyone who's a drinker, it's him. Did I ever tell you about the time Ned got so drunk and passed out in the shower? We were living in Virginia and...
Yeah, Leechie. I think that story is in your twice-a-week rotation. But that was 20 years ago. That doesn't mean he's a drunk now.
See? There you go again. You're on his side.
I don't know about that, Leechie. But I do know you tend to overlook the truth quite a bit. So, you better get to cleaning. I'd suggest you start by picking up that tequila bottle you polished off in the middle of the night last night.
Stop talking nasty to me, Dave. You know I have to drink because that Ned gives me so much anxiety.
Yeah, I know all about it. Sure you don't bring any of that on yourself, Leechie. I'm just starting to wonder who the real drunk is here.
I'm going to tell her I can't fit her home visit into my schedule for a while, so that way I'll have more time to pick up. Are you going to have time to clean out my garage again?
Leechie, I'm sick of cleaning up your garage every other month. Every time I clean it, you go in there looking for something and make another disaster. Why don't you get rid of some of that shit you've been hoarding since your divorce? You're literally one step below being cast in an episode of Hoarders.
Thank you, ma'am. Your home is, satisfactory. I will report my findings to Dr. Kite, and he'll be in touch.
Hey, was my place cleaner than Ned's? I don't have his money, you know. I'm a single mother who supports myself and my daughter all on my own. I can't afford a fancy place until I find my stolen money. You know what I'm talking about. The money that deadbeat Ned stole from me. He's a liar and a cheater.
Okay, ma'am. I'm only here to observe and report on my findings.
That's fine. Not like I've been just sitting at home for the past 20 years. You know, besides being a mother, I'm also a successful entrepreneur. Say, can I interest you in some fitness products or rubber stamps while you're here?
No thank you, ma'am. That's really outside of what professional conduct will allow. Have a nice day.
So, Mrs. Edwards, what do you think about your ex-husband, Ned?
Let me tell you about that Ned. Wait, I have a question for you first. Do you charge for your services by the hour?
Yes, I do. Why do you ask?
Well, I know that Ned has to pay for it, so... Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, that's right. I was talking about Ned. Let me tell you about him. That Ned, he's a liar and a cheater. Do you know he spanked my daughter's bare ass one time? That's child abuse. I'm sure of it.
Uh-huh. Please go on, ma'am.
Well, anyway, he's also a drunk. When we were married, he used to drink all the time. I had to tell him to stop. I was the one who was sober, so I knew when he had to call it quits.
Hey, Leechie. Where's Ned?
Oh, your nephew? I told him to go sit by a slot machine. He's a drunk, so he doesn't get to drink tonight.
Okay. What can I get you?
Well, UB, I think I'll have a triple vodka with a twist.
Are you sure, Leechie? That's an awful lot of booze.
Don't you worry about me, UB. I'm sober. Ned's the one you have to worry about. He's the drunk here.
Okay.
UB!
What now, Leechie?
I think I'll have another.
Haven't you had enough, Leechie? You've downed 3 triples already.
Of course. I'm sober. You don't have to worry about me.
Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen a woman drink so much.
So you see, Doctor, that Ned's always drinking. He's a real butthole and he needs to get some medical help.
Well, thank you for your opinion on the matter, ma'am. Any other thoughts about Ned? Besides you thinking he's a liar, cheater, deadbeat dad, and a drunk.
Well, I think he should not be part of Alexandria's life. He's useless and a deadbeat.
Tell me more, ma'am.
Well, I don't know. He's her father, but I don't think he should see her so much. She's my daughter, and she belongs with me.
After all, I gave birth to her, breastfed her until she was 3, and I had her sleeping in bed with me until she was 10. Just like the lions and bears do in the wild. They sleep with their young all the way until they're adults. I tell you, Doctor, she belongs with me.
But you didn't exactly make her by yourself, did you?
No, but that's not the point. He sees her too much already.
And how often is that?
Every Wednesday evening and every other weekend.
Which works out to 8 days a month. And you think Ned should see her even less than that?
Weren't you listening to me? I told you. He's a drunk, a cheater, a deadbeat, and a liar. He's not fit to be a parent.
All right, ma'am. If you say so, I will make a note of your feelings in my report.
Good. You write that in your report. The judge needs to know these things about Ned. Now, how much time do we have left?
About 10 minutes.
Because I have a lot more to tell you. As long as Ned is paying the tab, that is.
You always have the option to write your feelings down in an email.
That you have to spend billable time reading?
That's correct.
Very well then. I have plenty to tell you.